What's up guys, welcome back to Seize the Speed for another video, and today I am pleased and excited to show you around the all-new 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser. Yes, the Land Cruiser in the United States. Now, take that with a grain of salt. This is not a 300 series. This is what the rest of the world knows as the Toyota Land Cruiser Prado, which is not so much of a bad thing. This is the more, smaller, more nimble, off-roady focused Toyota Land Cruiser after all. So overall, the design language of this thing, of course, looks very similar to the Lexus GX550, which this is indeed based on that platform. But it does not share the same powertrain with that vehicle. It has a 4-cylinder, much similar to the new Tacoma's engine. It is an iForce engine. Now, on this particular trim, we have 18-inch rims with 265s, so very similar to a 4Runner setup. All right, so the overall styling of the all-new Toyota Land Cruiser, you see a lot of retro throwbacks. Of course, starting with the Toyota, instead of the Toyota emblem, you have Toyota lettering in the front, like the old FJ40s or, plenty of different Toyota models. This is one of the two headlight options you can get on these cars, which is the more modern interpretation. It's kind of resembling a 70 series in the front end. You can also get a Heritage Edition with the round circular headlights. That one looks pretty sweet in my opinion. That would be my choice. I'll put a picture of it right up here. But let me know, which one would you take? This version or the Heritage Edition? Walking around to the side of the Toyota Land Cruiser, you can see this boxy fender design language that's getting introduced on more and more of the Toyota trucks, following the design language of the Tacoma, the Tundra, of course the GX, which this pretty much shares a side platform with. You have this little elevated bump. I think it looks pretty cool. You have a floating roof, kind of divided by this black pinstripe, giving it that Land Rover Defender vibe, that a little bit more upscale, upmarket look. We have these simple but elegant taillights. I think they did a bang-up job overall. They didn't over-design this vehicle. They did it just right. And the back end, it's pretty simple. We don't have a window that rolls down. I hope they do that on the 4Runner. I'm not letting this one down. I need a window that rolls down. However, it does pop open, so I mean, you can put your groceries in it, but you can't drive around with it open. Now, interior of this particular one, this is not the base model, not the Heritage Edition. This has the leather seats, it has a nice interior. You get a pretty nice infotainment screen on this one and a digital dash. And look at that. I'm gonna go ahead and hop in and tell you how it actually feels on the driver's seat. All right, it is nice to say that we are back in a Toyota Land Cruiser. It's good to say, see the Toyota badge or the Toyota written out on your steering wheel, like an old school Land Cruiser. As I mentioned earlier, we have been getting this vehicle in the United States under the GX nameplate from Lexus. So a lot of people have been badge swapping those, Prado swapping those, and me being from the Middle East, I have a very weird infatuation with these cars. They resemble both comfort and luxury and also ruggedness off-road. So it's good to see this car under its true brand with a Toyota badge on the steering wheel. It's good to see that we get both the Lexus version and the Toyota version. As far as this interior goes, it is absolutely gorgeous. It's super comfy. It has all your amenities. You have your sunroof. You have, of course, all your 4x4 buttons and knickknacks over here. You have center lock, rear lock. You have sway bar disconnects, which is insane on something like this. I mean, that's Jeep stuff. They're coming for you. Let's check out the back seat.
Yeah, just the Land Cruiser model. Then there's what?
So in the back seat of the Toyota Land Cruiser, and we have plenty of space. I mean, this is much more space than a 4Runner, than a current 4Runner, to be honest with you. I know I keep comparing it with that truck because it is interesting to have two trucks competing in the same category. The 4Runner pretty much is, we can assume it's going to have the same powertrain. It's going to be 4x4. It's not going to have a third row seat. So we'll see what Toyota does with that. Maybe we get a curveball, but you do have much better legroom and headroom in the back of the Land Cruiser.
Somewhere?
We're struggling.
We are struggling. Don't mind us. There it is.
All right, let's take a look at the trunk space in the new Toyota Land Cruiser. So you do have a little bit of a step here, which gives you more storage in the back. You have another cubby over here. You do have little straps, little latch for your straps. You have a 120 outlet in the boot of this thing. Of course, your back seats drop down and give you a ton of space in the back. This particular one has a auto lift gate, which is pretty sweet for carrying a bunch of stuff. You don't have to lift this heavy tailgate. And unlike the old Prados and the old Lexus GX, the tailgate doesn't swing sideways, it goes up, which I know, to me that was an interesting quirk of this vehicle. I liked it, especially when you go camping and use that as a barrier for wind. But I know most of you are going to use this in the Walmart parking lot, so there you go. You don't have to worry about backing in and not being able to open your boot. Let's go ahead and pop the hood to this thing and see what we're working with. All right, so familiar sight, the iForce Max 2.4 liter 4-cylinder. In this truck, it does make 320-ish horsepower and in the 400 pound-feet of torque. That is because all Land Cruisers are indeed a hybrid. So it gets the extra power from its hybrid powertrain. Allows it for a little bit of a better fuel economy. I think it's a 23 mpg combined. Take it with a grain of salt. These cars are boxy, they're still gonna have aerodynamic laws to deal with. But that's pretty sweet for something that's around this size and this weight. So, the iForce Max with the hybrid on this car can produce 320 something horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque. More importantly, it can tow up to 6,000 pounds, which should be pretty good for your average size camper, things that people might carry with a Land Cruiser. And given the fact that this is a 4-cylinder, that's pretty impressive, right? All right, guys, so that is all I have for the all-new 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser. I can't believe that I'm still saying that. I can't believe that we finally have a Land Cruiser. I remember how upset I was when Toyota announced Land Cruisers done for us. I'm still hopeful we might someday maybe get a 300 series, but for now, this is the Land Cruiser we got. Leave your thoughts down in the comments for me. I'll read them all. We'll have a good conversation about it. But as far as this one goes, this one is over. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Peace out. And I'm out.